Welcome to another episode of Wham Baam Gamercam. We've chosen the 30 best clips from our recent submissions for this episode. If you're still waiting to see yours, don't give up. Today's clips are already over a month old, and we'll be reviewing yours as soon as we can. This submitter was driving down a highway when a wrong-way Audi driver crashed head-on into the car in front of him. The Audi also flew into our submitter, causing significant damage to his car too. This guy must have nerves of steel. What an epic stunt over a broken bridge. I'm just wondering how he got back. Alex was driving his semi-truck in snowy, foggy conditions. When he saw a car ahead overtaking a slower semi-truck, he decided to overtake that truck as well. As soon as he started overtaking, the driver of the car slammed on their brakes for an oncoming truck. Alex slammed on his brakes too and avoided the car, but he bumped into the truck in front of him instead. SM was racing in GTA 5 when the other racers went crazy. SM tried to avoid them, but in his attempt, he lost control and crashed into the guardrail. AJ was driving his new truck after his last one had been totaled in a wreck. While sitting at an intersection, two teens driving a stolen Bastion Battlehawk were driving recklessly. They hit a vintage Ibishu Claria, which exploded before rear-ending the Kashira in front of it. Renz was driving his sports car when he decided to overtake over a double yellow line. It also happened to be on a curve. I guess he got too excited and gave it a little too much gas, which caused him to lose control. Luckily, he didn't hit anything, or anyone, that could have destroyed his car. Ziggy was stopped at a red light when he experienced the infamous Honda bump. But this wasn't just a little bump, it was a massive bump that ended up totaling his car. Adam was cruising in his Nissan when a Dodge Challenger merged into his lane. As he made contact with the other car, the impact caused him to lose control and hit the guardrail. His car was completely destroyed. Adam sent us another crash, but I feel like this one might be his fault. It's probably not a great idea to merge across a gore point to undertake another vehicle. Sam was enjoying a summer ride in his Mazda MX-5. All of a sudden, he saw a vehicle diving all the way across the highway to get to the express lane. He slammed on his brakes, avoiding a collision, but the car in the left lane didn't have the same luck. Roadster was driving fairly fast on a highway in foggy weather. There also happened to be a police chase going on and headed toward him the wrong way. It ended pretty badly when he hit the suspect head-on before smashing into the police cars. Man, if he'd been bowling, that would have been a great throw. Raiden was racing in his Corvette when another racer hit a vehicle head-on. The car flew into Raiden's path, but luckily he was able to continue racing after hitting it. Gabe Tron was driving his pickup truck in Italy. Suddenly, he spotted a wrecked car heading toward him. He stood on his brakes to reduce the impact and waited for the inevitable collision. After the impact, the driver just took off, making it a hit and run. Raymond was passing through a border checkpoint, so he stopped behind another vehicle waiting to be checked. After a few seconds, Raymond's car was rear-ended and shoved into the car in front of him. People should really keep their eyes on the road. Amory sent us a video of the cart demon. I think it might be time for an exorcism to stop him once and for all. Dakota sent us this footage captured at a drag strip. He recorded this eye-popping video of two supercars racing against each other before one of them loses control and crashes. Ant is a cameraman at a racing circuit. He managed to record a pretty epic formula crash. Rate this accident in the comments. Alex was driving on the East Coast streets, passing vehicles parked on the street. All of a sudden, one of the cars turned into his path, causing a collision. This is why side view mirrors exist, folks. Use them. ICapX sent us this footage from a security camera on his house. His parked vehicle was hit by a driver going way too fast for a neighborhood street. The driver fled the scene, but the police later found and arrested him. Hey, if you like security camera footage, be sure to go subscribe to our new channel, Wham Baam Security Cam. Sanar was filming his friend driving. They were driving rather recklessly when they lost control and crashed into a stalled truck. He didn't tell us what happened after the accident, but it sure doesn't look good. This submitter was driving through a city when he ran a red light and T-boned a red hatchback. The driver he hit was transported to the hospital, and we weren't told what happened after that. VR Doge was driving behind a bus that was turning left in an intersection. All of a sudden, 2 sports cars were blocked by the bus and smashed into it at high speed. Raul was driving on the German Autobahn when multiple vehicles recorded an insane driver. Luckily, he didn't hit anyone, but after a few more miles, he rear-ended Raul's car. Look at the damage that collision caused. Spady was driving in Johnson's Valley when a car rolled into his path. He had no choice but to T-bone the vehicle. First sent us this epic crash. Check out that flying car. That sure is an insane accident. Mark was driving his truck down a highway in Utah. Traffic happened to be pretty thick at the time. Suddenly, the driver in front of him decided to brake check him unprovoked. Mark had no choice but to rear-end his car. I sure hope that driver learned their lesson and won't brake check anyone in the future. First witnessed a huge car pileup on a highway in Utah. This highway has been really dangerous lately. You guys keep sending us lots of crashes from here. Ian tried to make a 360 down a highway, but he lost control, hit the tunnel wall, and rolled over. This emitter sent us a video of a pickup truck exploding in the middle of a highway. Firefighters arrived quickly to extinguish the fire and protect the other drivers. We're guessing they couldn't do much for the driver of the pickup. Cameron was approaching an intersection in his semi-truck when his brakes failed. He rear-ended the car in front of him before hitting an oncoming vehicle. Thanks for watching, everyone. We hope you had fun, and we'll see you next weekend.